Yeah, it's red now.
Alright, welcome again. This is Africans Arise, and we're here in this community again, same community as the school at OHM.
Yeah.
And my cameraman currently, Kwame Sam, is going to give us a little history lesson about this community. Alright, so just take that.
Yeah.
And we'll do this.
Well, like we've already said, the community is known as La, L-A. In the local language, L-A means sunk, Lala. At the same time, blood means the blood of the people, the resilient people, La. It means blood. At the same time, the name La means to sing. So it tells you can see many of the people here are songwriters. There are a lot of them. They are happy mood despite the depression within the community. Just give them a song and they will show you their real character. They are happy people. They love songs a lot. So it's like the name derived speaks for himself.
What language is that in?
The language is Ga. We call it Ga. In Greater Accra, they are the indigenous people of the Greater Accra region. Within Greater Accra, we have about getting to 6. We have the people of Greater Accra is divided into clans. We have the La people. We also have the Ga. Even though the Ga is the language, but we also have a community known as Ga, where we have the central business district in Makola. The whole of that. The whole of that place is known as the Ga. So we also, apart from the La and the Ga, we also have the people of Teshi. That's the third community. We also have the Nungwa. That's where we live, and currently where Ellie is just staying in our office guest house. It's known as Nungwa. And we also have the people of Tema. So we've had about 5 communities, and we also have Osu, and we also Osu. So basically and these are the indigenous community that make up the ethnic people of Greater Accra, the landowners, at the same time the warriors. So basically that's the brief history of the people within this community of Greater Accra.
So most people here are Ga.
But then,
the original people here.
In fact, Ga is the lingua franca. But unfortunately, in the whole of Ghana, a lot of people don't speak Ga. A lot of people speak Twi. Ga, before you speak, Ga is only spoken within the territory of Greater Accra. When you drive away from Greater Accra, let's say 3 hours or 4 hours away from Greater Accra, a lot of people don't speak Ga. So when you speak Ga, but since Ga is the metropolitan capital of Ghana, a lot of folks who are not Ga reside here, and many of them are forced to speak. Even though some of them they call it a difficult language, but that's the only way that you can get yourself acclimatized and familiarized.
So if I when I'm on my own in Accra, I need to learn some Ga.
Oh yeah, you got to learn.
Twi is useless,
Ga. Oh, Twi, in fact, Twi is the most popular language.
But not in Accra.
Everybody in Accra speak Twi.
Oh, okay.
Everybody. A lot of Ga people speak Twi. Without Twi, you'll be limited in communication.
So you need Ga or Twi, otherwise you're stuck.
Exactly.
English is useless.
Twi is spoken all the way in the northern part of Ghana. Almost every district and hamlet in Ghana understand Twi. Even though they don't, it's not their mother tongue, but they speak it.
So you were telling me, let's walk and talk. So you were telling me that in you need to give this guy a bit more. So what was? Here you were talking about the Ga-Adangbe.
We call it the Ga-Adangbe. The Ga-Adangbe, the people of Greater Accra, like I just explained, the different ethnic groups. They are one family, but they have different chiefs. The Ga-Adangbes are part of the indigenous people of Greater Accra. They live in the eastern part of Accra, and it's also a coastal communities where you have the estuaries, where the great Volta Lake enters into the Atlantic Ocean. That community of settlers. Ada. In fact, Ellie was there yesterday and had a beautiful scenery. You see beautiful islands. You think you are somewhere in the Caribbean or Hawaii. And the migration story of the people of the Ga-Adangbes was that almost all the ethnic groups in Ghana migrated from somewhere before the early let's say 15th century.
Okay.
Our history goes deeper. In fact, the ancient Ghana Empire that even inspired our first president to take the name Ghana was a vast territory. It engulfs almost the whole of the sub-Saharan western part of Africa, right after the desert.
Yeah.
That shows you how vast the indigenous people have traveled all the way before they come and settle here. So the different tribes, the different ethnic groups within the Greater Accra got these differences through the migration patterns they used before they arrived here in the place we call Accra. The Ga-Adangbes and the people of the Gans, the people who speak Ga, the Ga-Adangbe speak a different dialect known as the Dangbe. The Dangbe is like a sister country to the Ga language. And they've written book and they have a history, especially the indigenous people of here have a direct history of migration through Israel. In fact, our festivals we are about to celebrate somewhere in August. It's celebrated, it's known as Homowo. We call it the Houtina Hanga. It talks about some of the history of while they were migrating to this present stage they call La or Greater Accra. They encountered a lot of hunger. Once they made a walk, they transited through Nigeria all the way from Israeli-Palestine border, migrated all the way before they came to settle here. So I'm just telling you this to know how far we've came from before we arrived here. So it tells you we have a huge history. Yeah.
And then the history of La, because people, I know it as Labadi. Labadi Beach is a famous kind of
the
place.
History of the reason why we call it Bad, I've even talked about briefly. It's mainly the people call themselves La. But during the colonial administration time, in fact, when you drive away from here, you see one of the plush cities of the city, the plush buildings, we call it the residential areas in Accra. You see beautiful houses, well-paved streets. You know, the communities are more plush than here. This is where the low-income community, the low-income migrants live. When you drive a little bit more, let's say northward, you see beautiful houses. And during colonial administration, that was where the British settlers or the governors or
so they took land from
they took
the people
a lot
here.
of land from the indigenous people over here, the Ga-Adangbes, but especially the people of La, this community. They own one of the biggest portions of land in Accra.
But it was appropriated
by the British colonial administration.
And what was the reaction of the people?
The people here are warriors. So they feel very insulted by foreigners who just come from nowhere and just occupy their most precious jewel treasures, land. So in fact they got infuriated with this and they started to fight and rebel against these cruel administrators who wanted to steal their treasures. So they were so much aggressive in fighting these British grabbers. So in fact, many of the things they did to the British decided to label them as bad people. So this community became known as Labadi, based on the way the British continuously tried to describe them as bad. So even the name La was forgotten and they always use the term Badi. So the people, even unconsciously, a lot of people don't know this history. So people, even when you want directions to here, let's say you're coming from Kumasi and you want to visit somebody right here in Accra, you say Labadi. Unconsciously, you know, you are referring to the bad name the British labeled them.
Are you teaching the children this history then?
In fact, I try to make it popular to the kids so that they will know the history. Not only the kids, a lot of the communities don't even know this, so it needs a lot of bigger platform of education and information before the people will make conscious efforts. But those who know the history, when you try to describe here as Badi, the people will tell you we are not bad. We're just known as La. We are not bad. In fact, we are the most best humanitarian people on the surface.
So these children are warriors then? Descendants of warriors. Good.
They have heroic warrior background.
Good.
You can never take them for granted.
Yeah.
You can't underestimate their warring skills.
Okay.
You can't. You can't.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think is the break finished now.
Yeah, we are about to continue with the closing part of the lessons.
Okay.
We have about 2 hours more to finish the day's lessons. So
all right.
we're about to enter into the classroom.
That's it then.
Yeah.
And now we are here in Tema to interview the fishing locals about the 1% tax on the outboard motor.
If you're magazine, Ibaba Wula Nawa, Keji Ibaba Nakai, Ajagazi, BP, any Ule Ameyawu, ni Abale, ni Ananuku, Primis no Waya, Obasa, Subaba Unanuku, ni Keji Fenakai, who are called ye bank, ni okay, Admomutua in a high price, till one of it around again no more.
He is Sunday phone. There are phone at the end of the day. Man, be any here on you. I'm about sofa. The woman who won't you with back bound. The jacket come over by any Jala one day. A buyer. How the bar affect to a market.
I don't know you. I'm a baby and apple. She yana make a buyer dollar. Ni beni enyenu hie lo ni nyenu hie edule edunu enlo efi na gba wa kan awo to yin beje ga wie ko berebe ne ogbe kankan ba no ba ne bo denje lo nu wo ba bo bi ka asin ya denje o mi ba so si na wo ni nu wa me ya fi ona ko kankan ba bo to ni kankan ba fen be o na ga gbe ole ni chuchu ko ni wo yin ba fani ni yin beje ka woji afi wa ya la nyoji ete mene lo ona lo amenye lo ase o nyoji ete nyoji nyopo ona emi teka no we fite ko bere bene fe ne ona ko kanka ba ko to ni kanka mba o chole man ke ba bra chole man ke ba no mpe no fi ano ejo
ka wole nyote wu ka cho ne ka ma je ni bi so to na ka ya wu ne ka wole nyote wu ka lo ba e ka lo ba ni na ka kan wole ne no ka lo ba ni lo la etulu shit luana ameke ba ni la green ba mu e ko mele ye din e be fine ni wo mo hila ya ke aya wo ahun na ke omo ya wo na ka sure nu hu keke lu e ba ni bon choko ko ene me
They have to calm down. Agric minister or fishes minister, they have to calm down deep to the fisher folks to consult them and know their problem. No one day that they will sit down at their office and they dictate to us.
We walk about to say na about phone machine na ka ya wu no ko e ba gba wona agbo e ba gba wona no pa government e fine.
So we ask, is the 1% tax a solution for local fishermen, or will it compound the numerous problems already facing the fishing community? Reporting from Almina for Today News, this is Dana Braidaway.
And I am Regina Bakanwood, reporting for Today News from Temakenu Beach.
Oh, 15 pages. 15 pages. Yes.
So you have presented it already?
Yes, we've just taken it to them.
And your name is?
I'm Joseph.
Joseph.
16 pages.
Samoa. And you are?
I'm at the EC.
And
working on it.
15 pages.
15 pages.
15 pages and 19 copies.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us I have a photograph at Abuja.
It was your friend. No, NBC not. 10,119.
10,000 police station. Police station.
56,854.
We all know the reasons why we are here. As the court directed on the 17th day of July 2013, that we should file our addresses to the court by the close of the day. We have worked hard, we have brought them, and we have filed them. It was just one box. We have made a salient point, and we think that all in the submission, all we are saying that we think that they had an administrative process that they could have raised issues. They never raised any issue. They have never brought even a single person to show that that person voted twice. They've not even brought anybody to say that he was not verified, but he voted. We are saying the burden on them to prove to the court that all the allegations that they have made, they have proved them. They did not do anything of that. So we are asking the court, urging the court that they should dismiss the petition.